In our last video, we discussed the psychology of money and how it affects your financial decisions and your overall financial health. In today's video, we will be looking at the wisdom and quotes of great investors and their understanding of the psychology of money. Here are some of the best investment minds in history offering insights on timeless wealth-building principles. From Warren Buffett to Peter Lynch, these investors have made billions, and their wisdom is invaluable to anyone looking to grow their wealth. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the timeless advice of these investing legends. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is arguably the most famous investor in the world. With a net worth of over $100 billion, his advice is highly sought after. Here are a few of his most famous quotes. Quote number 1. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Quote number 2. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Quote number 3. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Quote number 4. I make no attempt to forecast the market. My efforts are devoted to finding undervalued securities. Quote number 5. A market downturn doesn't bother us. It is an opportunity to increase our ownership of great companies with great management at good prices. Quote number 6. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Quote number 7. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down. What these quotes all have in common is the idea that investing is about more than just making money. It's about finding value, being patient, and not letting emotions cloud your judgment. Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch is another investing legend, famous for his work at Fidelity Investments, where he grew the Magellan Fund from $18 million to over $14 billion in just 13 years. Here are a few of his most famous quotes. Quote number 1. Know what you own and why you own it. Quote number 2. The simpler it is, the better I like it. Quote number 3. Go for a business that any idiot can run, because sooner or later, any idiot is probably going to run it. Quote number 4. There's no shame in losing money on a stock, everyone does it. What is shameful is to hold onto a stock, or worse, to buy more of it when the fundamentals are deteriorating. Quote number 5. The basic story remains simple and never ending. Stocks aren't lottery tickets. There's a company attached to every share. Quote number 6. Investing without research is like playing stud poker and never looking at the cards. Lynch's approach to investing was all about simplicity and understanding the companies you invest in. He believed in finding companies with a competitive advantage and holding them for the long term. Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is the founder of Bridgewater Associates, one of the world's largest hedge funds. He is known for his unique investment philosophy, which he outlines in his book, Principles. Here are a few of his most famous quotes. Quote number 1. Don't mistake possibilities for probabilities. Anything is possible. It's the probabilities that matter. Everything must be weighed in terms of its likelihood and prioritized. Quote number 2. If you're not failing, you're not pushing your limits. And if you're not pushing your limits, you're not maximizing your potential. Quote number 3. Be radically transparent. Quote number 4. Choose your habits well. Habit is probably the most powerful tool in your brain's toolbox. Quote number 5. There are two broad approaches to decision-making: evidence/logic-based, which comes from the higher-level brain, and subconscious/emotion-based, which comes from the lower-level animal brain. Dalio's philosophy is all about embracing failure, being honest with yourself and others, and constantly pushing your limits. He believes that through radical transparency, you can create a culture of honest feedback and continuous improvement. Benjamin Graham. Benjamin Graham is known as the father of value investing, and his book, The Intelligent Investor, is considered a classic in the field. Here are a few of his most famous quotes. Quote number 1. The intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists. Quote number 2. In the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, it is a weighing machine. Quote number 3. An investment operation is one which, upon thorough analysis, promises safety of principal and a satisfactory return. Quote number 4. The best way to measure your investing success is not by whether you're beating the market, but by whether you've put in place a financial plan and a behavioral discipline that are likely to get you where you want to go. Quote number 5. The investor's chief problem, and even his worst enemy, is likely to be himself. Graham's approach to investing was all about finding value in stocks that were undervalued by the market. He believed that by analyzing a company's financial statements, you could determine its true value and make smart investment decisions. John Paulson. John Paulson is a hedge fund manager who made billions of dollars by betting against the subprime mortgage market in 2007. Here are a few of his most famous quotes. Quote number 1. Fear-driven periods in the past have been used as buying opportunities for savvy investors. Quote number 2. Investors that do the best and have done the best are those that stay and compound at above average rates over the long term. Quote number 3. Many investors make the mistake of buying high and selling low, while the exact opposite is the right strategy to outperform over the long term. Quote number 4. Don't focus on weekly or monthly returns. Quote number 5. No one strategy is correct all the time. Paulson's philosophy is all about managing risk and choosing the right people to manage your money. He also believes in having the right temperament to be a successful investor and not letting short-term market fluctuations cloud your judgment. Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger is the longtime business partner of Warren Buffett and vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. Here are a few of his most famous quotes. Quote number 1. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Day by day, and at the end of the day, if you live long enough like most people, you will get out of life what you deserve. Quote number 2. Everywhere there is a large commission, there is a high probability of a ripoff. Quote number 3. You need patience, discipline, and agility to take losses and adversity without going crazy. Quote number 4. If you keep learning all the time, you have a huge advantage. Quote number 5. We have 3 baskets for investing. Yes, no, and too tough to understand. Quote number 6. If something is too hard, we move on to something else. What could be simpler than that? Quote number 7. Waiting helps you as an investor, and a lot of people just can't stand to wait. If you didn't get the deferred gratification gene, you've got to work very hard to overcome that. Munger's approach to investing is all about continuous learning and seeking out the obvious rather than the obscure. He also believes in helping others learn and grow, which is a key tenet of his philosophy. And there you have it, some of the greatest investors in the world and their timeless wisdom. From value investing to managing risk, these investors have all developed unique approaches to investing that have made them billions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, we hope these quotes have inspired you to take a closer look at your own investment strategy and to learn from the best in the business. So go out there, be patient, be simple, embrace failure, and always strive for improvement. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.